Welcome to the Merch Minds podcast, where we discuss everything about the Merch by Amazon business and the print-on-demand industry. Here are your hosts, Glenn and Young.
Merch Informer is the #1 research program for Merch by Amazon. You can do niche research by BSRs, keywords, and even by merchant brand names at your fingertips. You can explore historical data to see exactly what strategies the top sellers are using to succeed. Merch Informer was designed to help streamline your research process and help organize your ideas. Head over to merchinformer.com for a free 3-day trial, and after that, it's just $19.99 per month. Use the coupon code MERCHMINDS for 15% off the entire order. Merch Minds podcast episode number 67. My name is Glenn, and Young is here, and he's ready to go.
I'm here. I sound better. I feel better.
Last week, this guy was nearly hit by a train with this flu, and he sounded like some kind of animal that could barely talk and do the podcast. But he made it through because he's a warrior.
Dude, you know what it was, man? So last week, and you and I were talking about this, man. So obviously the listeners aren't going to know this, but last week before we recorded that episode, like 2 hours before we recorded that, Glenn and I had a conference call with another person for like about an hour. And then after the conference call, Glenn and I were talking privately. So we were talking for like 2 hours before we started recording the podcast. And by the end of the podcast, man, my voice was gone. Dude,
I was done.
Dude, I was laid out too, man, over the weekend, dude. And if you guys
Super
know
Bowl
me,
weekend.
Dude, if you guys know me, I'm a huge football fan. I love football. And for me to miss the biggest game of the year, I must have been freaking in my deathbed. Because I missed the whole game, and I keep hearing how great the game was. Obviously, I don't want to watch the game anymore, but I caught the highlights and stuff, and watched the Justin Timberlake halftime show. Shout out to the halftime show folks over there at the Super Bowl. But yeah, man, I was laid out, dude. I missed the whole game.
And that podcast, I don't even know how you even got through it because you were.
Yeah, that whole thing is a freaking blur. I remember talking to Michael Essany, but I just I don't know what we talked about, to be honest with you. I mean, I guess I could have gone back and listened to it, but it was, dude, by that third hour, man, I was done, dude. Put a fork in me, I was done.
Yeah, tuck this guy in.
Yeah, man, but
how's it going this week?
Voice is still a little scratchy, still a little harsh. I'm still congested, but like I said, for the most part, I'm better. Dude, you know what it was, dude? Honestly, it was being like, I don't know if you ever have like congestion problems, right? But you can't breathe, man, right? And so I couldn't breathe. Like when I'm trying to go to bed, I can't breathe. And the worst part is the headaches, right? And then when you sneeze, dude, your whole head feels like it's gonna explode.
Yeah.
So every time I would sneeze, man, my head would just start to just throb. I'm just like, oh my gosh, just shoot me now.
Yeah. Hopefully another 10 years before you get sick again.
Yeah, dude, and that's what kills me, dude. I haven't had a cold in years, and I had forgotten what it was like.
And now you do. You're like, I'm never gonna do that again.
I'll never do that again, man. Whoever got me sick, damn you.
So, have you uploaded designs? Have you done anything designs, or are you still trying to come back and recuperate?
I've done some designs. I've been uploading again.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm just, at one point, and I think, and so this is obviously in relations to merch. So merch news. At one point, I think all of us were giving some extra slots to upload designs, right?
Given extra slots?
Yeah, because I went
given extra slots, and then
so because I went from 40 to 60.
Yeah, and then they took them back.
And they took them back, and we'll talk about that here in a second. But first of all, I was at 40, and there was no way in hell I'm ever going to do 40 a day. Okay.
Yeah.
So now I'm at 60, but yeah, I mean, I've been designing, I have been uploading, So I'm kind of back to my normal schedule now.
Okay. And you talked about merch news. I think maybe we can just talk about that before we get into the numbers, because I think a lot of it has to go with the merch news on maybe why they also took it back. And the latest news that we got from them was actually yesterday, as part of our transition to Port and Company. We'll begin updating product sales images for select T-shirts starting today. Each product is migrated. Its status will temporarily display as processing on the manage page for up to 8 hours, during which it can either be edited nor deleted. So I think they also maybe took it back a little bit, just because I guess if people are still uploading, then they would have to technically go back and maybe edit those. I mean, they're trying to get these done first, and then I don't know, maybe.
Who knows? I mean, who knows why Amazon does any of this stuff, right? But yeah, no, it's obviously related to the Port and Company brand. And for those of you guys that don't know, what was it last week? They made the announcement that they were no longer going to do Anvil,
Mm-hmm.
and that they're switching over to the Port and Company. Which I guess I can look it up, man. But I've never even heard of that brand. But you said it
Okay.
was a good brand. You said
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
good,
it was
right?
good. It was good. Yeah,
Okay.
and I think that's going to be good all around for them. But like it said, display processing, which they put this in the messages because I think they also knew people are going to be freaking out. Like, what does it say processing on this thing? What do all of them say processing?
Yeah,
Whole
yeah.
world's gone mad, and you know that they're going to get nonstop. Especially on the FBA,
Emails.
I mean, on
You know?
the search forums and who knows
Yeah.
what.
I got a couple of designs that stuck in processing, but it's not a big deal. Whatever.
Yeah, yeah, no, they're fine, and
Yeah.
the people will be fine.
Yeah. No, I mean, you know what? People just like to complain, and I get it. I complain too, right? I complain when I'm sick. I'm complaining when I'm healthy. I'm right there with you guys, man.
He wants to work from home.
I want to work from home,
And
but which I technically did if you think about it, right? Because Monday and Tuesday I didn't go to work.
then you
Because
work from home today too.
yeah, I did. Well, technically Monday and Tuesday I was sick, technically, right?
Okay, okay,
Today I
that's
was
true. That's true.
today I did work from home.
Okay.
So,
Do
um,
you want to
uh,
talk the same news, or you want to go merch numbers?
uh, let's talk numbers. I'll start off this time. So my last 7 days, 162. I was gonna say $162, 162 shirts for a total royalty of $802.85. So again, I think last week I had mentioned how my shirts sold are slightly increasing, and that is still the case. And my royalties are getting higher. Um, I mean, I can't complain, but we talked about this. I think this is a year that I'm definitely going to start outsourcing at least the design portion of the business.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, your numbers have been increasing, which is good. And I think it also has to do with, we might have talked about it last time, just the fact that Q4 and people spending money for Christmas, now they're starting to rebuild. I think money is starting to come back. We've seen, at least I've seen eBay also go up. Merch has been doing pretty good. I'm pretty sure people on the FBA side has also seen an increase too, now that, January and that whole rebuilding stage is kind of done for. So hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
And numbers, the same thing. I mean, I haven't gone down and I haven't gone up. We've just been the same. Products sold 147, and estimated royalties $503.17. So we're at the same. I think the last two times that we've talked too, it's been around the same, the $500 range, which, if it stays like this, then we'd be in the February. I mean, yeah, February would be the $2,000 more or less. If it stayed like this, of course, we want numbers to go up. But looking at January, we haven't gotten those numbers yet. I'm kind of curious what happened. I guess what I did for January, because I think I did better in January than December, which I think I should have been, because December we had the freeze and all that. So
I'm the opposite. I think obviously my December numbers were on fire, and then January my numbers went down. Not by much, but again, I was one of the if you guys don't know, I was one of the very fortunate ones where I was throttled for about a week in December, and then after that week, I got BSRs back on most of my shirts,
Yeah.
so I was able to sell them at a normal pace.
Yeah, you were one of the rare ones on
Dude, I was so fortunate. To this day, I don't know what happened, but I'm praying to the merch gods that it did happen to me.
and then compared to like, the Jersey dudes that were here punching walls, because they were, still frozen, and they seemed like they were frozen, I think maybe even longer than some other people. I don't know why or what happened there, but
Are they still frozen?
No, they're fine now. But
Okay.
beforehand, I think other people were uploading again, and then for some reason they were still
I
frozen.
don't even know what tier. I should ask Anthony and Kevin. I think Kevin's in.
We don't know a lot of things about these guys.
Yeah, I don't even know if they really even exist.
Might just be like holograms or something.
No, but I think Kevin's in the Philippines right now, and
Oh yeah, that's true.
but I should ask Anthony what tier he's on,
Yeah,
because I think they share one account or two. I don't know.
nah, we have no clue.
I don't know. How's your Etsy doing?
Oh, that thing. Etsy's not good.
Dude,
I think I've only maybe sold like a couple of shirts. I gotta even check.
But dude, every time we talk about Etsy, I'm like, have you uploaded any more designs? You're like, no. That's why you're not getting any sales.
Well, it's because it's not really a priority for me at this point. eBay is, but eBay, I'm telling you, is doing good. But Etsy, no, I haven't really done anything with it.
Well, how many designs do you have up there?
The same. I haven't uploaded anything new.
It was like what, 5 or 6?
No. Let me check. You're making me go through this Etsy stuff that hasn't been seen in a while. 17.
17. Okay. Dude, so the reason I bring up Etsy is because for some reason the last 2 days my Etsy's been blowing up, okay? And yesterday, I don't know why, but I sold 3 of the same shirts to different customers. A couple of t-shirts, one tank top, and it was a parody on something, and I'm like, well, what's going on? And to this day, I don't know why it all of a sudden started selling. I checked the news, I don't see anything. So it's interesting as to why my Etsy's been, and like I said before, on Etsy, I'm charging a premium price.
Yeah.
I mean, my tank tops are $25. My t-shirts, they're all $25. But people are buying them. Yeah, and for some reason, the last few days, it's just been blowing up.
How many shirts do you have live, or items, I should say?
I have 395 products live.
Nice.
I don't know. I don't know how many designs that is, but I had a lady, and you heard me talk about crop tops, or how the women's crop tops are really popular.
Mm-hmm.
I had a lady email me yesterday, and she just kind of just went off on me saying, "How come because the crop tops, they're only offered in size small, medium. Wait, is it small, medium? Like, I think it's extra small and small, and then medium, large.
Okay.
I think. Don't quote me on that. But basically, it comes in those 2 sizes. That's it, right? Like the large is mixed in with the medium. Some lady wrote me and said, "How come you don't offer these crop tops in larger sizes? How dare you? This and that." I'm like, lady, the manufacturer doesn't offer any more bigger sizes. I'm just selling whatever they provide me. Is that crazy or what?
That's a sad situation. What's the deal with Printful?
Dude, it's not even Printful, man. Anyways, yeah. So she messaged me yesterday and like, no, shame on you not offering these in plus sizes. I'm like, hey, I don't freaking make the shirts. I'll make the design.
Funny.
So, yeah. So, but dude, hey, I want to talk about something because right before I got on the air with you just now.
Okay. Oh, so this is breaking news then.
No, it really is. It really is. I was on a conference call with a guy. I promised that I would keep his name anonymous. And I heard Anthony talk about this. I just never really paid attention. I think it was because I was sick and stuff. But there's a new app coming out, and I think you'll really dig this. Okay, this guy has been developing this app now for the past year.
Okay.
Okay,
Interested?
you can now, and he showed me everything. Like I said, we I just literally like within minutes of getting on with you, I was talking to him, and he showed me everything. Right, like you can upload now. He created this app where you can upload your designs across 4 different platforms now. Amazon,
Including, okay.
Amazon excluded. And I promised him that I would keep him anonymous, and I would keep his name anonymous, and that I would keep those 4 platforms anonymous for the time being. But he showed it to me, dude, and it freaking blew my damn mind. So he had like a batch of 33 designs. Went into his little dashboard on his app. Within and he had me pull out my damn timer on my iPhone. Within like less than 3 minutes, he was able to upload those 33 designs across all 4 platforms.
Dang. So, hmm. And what about? Okay, well, you continue before I
Well,
start asking questions.
well, yeah. I mean, you can ask some questions. I mean, I was trying to answer them the best I can. But the guy reached out to me again. I recall hearing Anthony talk about it. I wasn't really paying attention, but he got a hold of me. We got to talking, and then he showed me. I'm really intrigued. And here's the thing. I think this would be a perfect tool for someone who is outsourcing VAs, right?
Mhm.
Because I mean, I don't know what these VAs cost as far as to hire them to uploading designs. I'm guessing what 3, 4, maybe $500 a month. He hasn't given me the price for his app yet. He said he's still you know they're gonna discuss that with his developers. But imagine how much money you can save now by because you're no because let's put it this way, your VAs no longer has to upload 50, 60, 100 designs a day manually, right?
Mhm.
You can now save money by having this app and then hiring your VA to upload it on this app for just an hour now, right? Instead of it's no longer a full-time job, it's now like a part-time job, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And so now that with that money that they save, they can hire more designers, right?
Yeah.
Anyways, he showed it to me, dude. It blew my mind. And I'm just like, what the hell? And I asked him, I was like, hey, when's this going to be released? Because when it is, I was like, dude, Glenn and I, my co host, will freaking promote the hell out of it because it's just a freaking game changer. It'll save you so much time. Um, and he said it's going to be released here in the next couple of weeks. He said by the end of February or early March. That's what he told me.
Nice. So that'd be pretty
So
cool. That now you can really get into the Etsy and all the other games without having to.
and this is what everyone's been asking for, right? It's like,
Yeah.
I spend too much time, and we do, right? Hey, I'm a one-man show, and I'm the first one to admit we do spend a lot of time building this business. But imagine how much time this can save you
So if
when
you could
you're.
pick 4 different platforms, what would you be uploading to?
What would I be?
Yeah.
Shoot, T Public would be one. Redbubble, obviously, uh, and you know what? There's so freaking many. I don't know. Those are my top two.
But you can throw
The,
Etsy in there, no? Or yes? Can
again,
it do Etsy?
dude, I can't. I promise him I can't mention any of that. It's just, but look, here it is. Look, all I'm saying is, look, it freaking exists now, right?
Okay.
We thought this was like, we thought, 2 weeks ago, if we would have had this conversation, we would have been like, oh no, that's a damn unicorn, dude. I saw it with my own eyes. It exists. He showed it to me. But I'm a man of my words. I can't freaking. You know what? Maybe I can show you. I don't think he would mind if I showed you. Obviously, you're the co-host of the podcast, and you're a good friend of mine. But publicly, I can't mention this to anyone.
All right. I guess we'll have to wait and see.
I know. I know Anthony's seen it because he did mention Anthony. So Anthony's been playing with it, but he's going to give me access here within the next day or two,
Okay.
and I'm going to start playing with it. I'll give you guys some feedback. I'll give him some feedback because that's what he wants. And what he said was he. This is what he said. He said, "Look, when we launch it, we're only going to launch so many licenses because he said he doesn't want to become overwhelmed in the beginning, right? And I think that's smart, right? Because you and I talked about this when we did the meetup, right? You don't want to go big. You want to start small,
Hmm.
see what kind of response you get, and then whatever responses you get, you want to take that into consideration, and then make your next one better and better and better. And that's what he's doing. He's gonna do like a very limited release, get some feedback, get some reviews, and he wants feedback from us, from Anthony. Um, and how can he make it better? And then he'll make some changes. They'll fix certain things, and then he'll say, as time goes on, they'll release it to more people. But when I saw it, dude, it was pretty straightforward. Um, Obviously, like with everything else, you have to learn how to use it. But from what he showed me, it was straightforward. It looked really easy. He said at some point they might even have an option where your VA can log in. Because right now you can just log in. You can only log in with just one username. But he
Hmm.
said in the future, especially for those people that like to outsource, they might add that feature on there where your VA can also log in. But dude, it's the real deal, man. I saw it. I'm looking forward to it because the guy's making. Um, I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. But he's on. He's on merch. He's on merch. He's killing it on merch. And I don't want to discuss what he's doing on merch, but he showed me his numbers and just blew my mind. But then but on top of all that, he's making like an additional $2,000-3,000 a month because he's able to freaking upload like all these designs on these four platforms in a matter of minutes. That typically that would take a whole damn day.
Yeah.
He's doing it like within 2-3 minutes. So he's able to make, and he showed me his analytics, like his numbers spiked. He goes, oh yeah, so this is when I launched. This is when I started using the app, and the graph just went up as far as sales and his payouts. And so he's making like on top of merch, which he's already doing. He's putting up ridiculous numbers. He's now on top of that, he's putting up like another $2,000-3,000 a month. And so this is the perfect opportunity for anyone who's not doing merch or who's waiting
Which
to
is a lot
just
of people too that are waiting.
get on every damn platform that you can, especially the four that he's um, the app that is currently supporting, and then just scale that up. And then he said in the future they will add more platforms. But man, dude, it looks awesome.
There we go. Thanks for the heads up. Now we're gonna wait and see what happens, and then you can keep us updated. But you're gonna be one of the little test guys, so
Yeah,
you'll let us
no,
know
I'll let you guys
what's
know again.
good.
I know Anthony's on board because like I said, I heard him talk about it, but again, I wasn't really paying attention. I was too busy coughing.
You're like, Anthony says a lot of things, and I wasn't really paying attention. All right. Anything else that you wanted to cover before we start the topic?
No, that's pretty much it, man.
All right. Today's topic, which Yang wanted to talk about, he approached me and he's like, "Hey, we got to talk about this. Is Merch by Amazon really passive income or not?" Now, it's been labeled as passive income to some people, and some people they think it's like far from that.
Yeah, and it's a good
And
topic, right? It's a
yeah,
fun topic, something that's I'm sure we'll get some good laughs out of it. But the thing is, I keep hearing that term in the groups all the time. Oh, I'm earning passive income this, passive income that, and it's just I don't know. I just have for some reason every time I hear that word, it's not passive income. It really isn't, and and that's something that we'll discuss here today. Um, What do you think, man? I mean, you know how I feel about Merch by Amazon. I love Merch by Amazon. I'm very passionate about it. But is it passive income?
Number one, I say no, but I do feel it's the closest thing to it. But I think we should also talk about, well, what is passive income to most people? And maybe if you're reading like the 4 hour work week or something, and your idea of passive income is, I can work 4 hours a week while things make money for me, and I can chill on the beach and drink whatever I want, and I don't know, chill oceanside while I bring in the bucks, then I think that's like a totally different thing that Merch by Amazon will not do that for you. But I do think that it is the closest thing to it. Passive income technically is what income, I guess, income that you earn without really being actively involved daily, weekly, over and over and over again. Like eBay is definitely, to me, eBay is the most hands-on e-commerce business thing out there, because not only do you have to source the product, list the product, take pictures of the product, you still have to ship it out to the person. So really, you're doing everything from start to finish. Unlike merch, to where you upload a design, you can keep it on there, and then when it sells, but you don't see any of the printing, shipping, customer service part.
Okay. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, and you listeners, if you think I'm wrong, let me know. By definition, okay, I guess technically we can look it up, but by definition, I think passive income means you do the work up front, and then you never have to do it again, and then you get paid from it, right? Isn't that
Yeah.
what passive income means
Yeah.
technically? Again, I could
Yeah.
be
I mean,
wrong.
you're
If
not
I'm wrong,
actively involved anymore
right,
because you,
right,
you did your work in the
right.
beginning.
So, and this is where I call BS, because look, it's just, you know, first of all, in my opinion, no disrespect to the author. Uh, the 4 hour work week does not exist. Okay, that's just hands down. Okay, like Glenn said, if you guys are, if you guys are imagining yourself on the beach sipping some exotic cocktail, uh, yeah, you do that on you do that on vacation. But you don't do it on a regular basis. Okay, it doesn't exist. Okay, and people that advertise that you can live that lifestyle, well, you know what, in my opinion, that's a smokescreen for you to buy some kind of a product or service that they're selling. Okay, that's just my thoughts. Okay, if you disagree, let me know. But in my opinion, the 4 hour work week does not exist. No disrespect to the author. um, but I think, like you said, I think Merch by Amazon is somewhat semi-passive. Here's the thing. Look, you I think it's fair to say, with people like Anthony and Kevin and RJ, they outsource every part of that business, right? From the uploading to the keywords, the designs, and everything. So they don't. So they're very hands off as far as the production is concerned. It doesn't mean that they're not doing any work. I can almost guarantee you they're they're technically involved in other ways of doing merch by Amazon, right? Which is like managing their VAs and stuff like that.
Yeah. I almost feel like that's almost more work than the regular work of doing some of the designs and all of that. Well, because I mean, for us and for graphic designers that are doing the designs, it's more of like fun because you get, I mean, because you
It
do
is
it in
fun,
life.
yes.
So it's probably like a different way of looking at it from our perspective because we like to do that kind of stuff.
Right.
But
But and yeah, and you know what? You bring up a good point. Look, Anthony, they even said, look, we're approaching this business from the marketing angle, right? From the whole marketing angle, that's how we're going to approach it. We have no design experience. We're going to outsource everything. But like I said, it doesn't mean they're not doing any work. They're managing their staff. They're managing their designers. Uh, uh, I mean, God knows what else is going on behind the scenes. And I don't know. I mean, maybe this is a show that we should have actually invited them to be on as a
that's
guest.
true.
But I can almost guarantee you, it's not like they're freaking at the beach all day sipping mai tais. Okay, they're doing work, right? So when I hear the term, "Oh man, I'm earning passive income," this and that, it just, I don't know, man. I think just the words in general, it just really bothers me. Passive income.
Well, I think it was more of like the e-com words of 2017. Like, I think we've heard passive income come up way more last year than ever. Like, it
Mhm.
just seemed like it was one of the main selling points. Like you said, selling someone a product, a way to bring people in to, like, hey, quit your job. You know you hate it. Your job sucks. Now it's time to chill on the beach and earn that money while, you
Mhm.
chill. And what do you think about, like, FBA compared to merch as far as passive wise? Would you say
Well, I mean,
merch is
well,
easier?
I mean, what are you doing? Are you doing retail arbitrage? Are
Okay,
you
let's say
doing
retail arb, for example.
retail arbitrage? It's not passive; it's active income, dude. I was the king of RA when you first met
King.
me. Remember, dude?
Yes.
That's all I was doing, and then I'm making $10,000 a month plus. But you know how much work that was involved? I would go to every damn Toys R Us, Target, Walmart, Walgreens, Kmart, and then you gotta go home and prep the packages, prep the box, scan the items, sort the items. This goes to this warehouse, this goes to that warehouse. It was active income, right?
But
Now,
then
now
but then after that, hey, once you ship it off, if it sells, you didn't have to
but
worry
if
about
you were anything like me, I was
shipping
sourcing
and
almost every
customer
damn
service.
day. But if
Yeah.
but right, so it was very active income for me, right? Now there's the private label. From my understanding, obviously you do all your sourcing. I've never done private label, right? So
No.
from my understanding, you obviously source your products from China, which obviously is done on the computer.
Hmm.
Okay, you're not doing physical work, but you're still doing work, right?
Yeah.
Right? And then you got to get the items shipped from China, and then from China, and then from China to the warehouses. I don't know. However they do private label, I don't know, right? Right? You still got to do work, right? And
Well,
then you got
I think that private label is even harder because now you also have to promote and market your product. I think it's good that we're talking about this because private label, you developing your own idea, you made your own, I don't know, water, flavored water. You're getting these things, you're selling it. You also have to promote it and market this thing because of course you are going to have other competition. Why would I buy your product when I could buy this other product that's already on Amazon, that you're also competing with? You're spending more money. You're trying to figure that out. But once you get a system in place, just like everything else, it would make more sense. But and it gets easier over time. But it's that one's definitely not passive. We know FBA is not passive, but I do think that FBA is somewhat. I think there's like 25% of it that's passive.
well, here's the thing. Look. I think in certain, and I've said this, right? I've said this before. In certain industries, passive income does exist. But for what we're trying to do as far as merch and FBA, and we can throw FBA in here, right? Because it's all Amazon related, whether it's FBA, private label, retail arbitrage, wholesale, whatever the hell you guys are trying to do, I think there's still work involved. It's just, look, you guys are, I think the problem is, and forgive me if I insult anyone by saying this, I think the younger generation are just really sold on the idea of living without doing any work. I swear, for some reason, dude. And you laugh, Glenn, but I'm telling you, dude. Every time I approach these younger kids, I'm trying to give them money. Hey, let me hire you. And these are obviously, I'm obviously relating the kids to the program that I went through at San Jose State. Um, let me hire you. Do some designs for me. Oh yeah, I'm interested. You know, I never hear from them. Never. I'm trying to give them money, right? And I don't know, man. I feel like the younger generation is a little lazy. I'm sorry if I insulted you. But with that said, but I'm just like, look, I think passive income does exist in certain industries. In this particular thing that we're doing as far as merch by Amazon, you're not breaking your back, you're not doing manual labor. However, there's still work involved, okay? Um, I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm just old school. Again, I've talked about me having to work since I was 12. I had no other choice.
Let me ask you
But
this: what other industry industry do you think it exists?
Author?
Like real estate or
If you're an author,
like Kindle books?
yeah, or just not Kindle books, but like a real author, right?
Oh, okay.
Stephen King, he's a real author. Okay, now when I say real author, the reason I say real is because you and I obviously kind of experimented with the whole Kindle uh, ghostwriting business, whatever. Um,
That
but like
was
a real,
also sold as like, well, not really to us, but I remember seeing more and more of those type of things being sold to people as like, this is passive income because you make it once, it's on there, people can buy it, all the time. It's never going to go away unless Amazon takes it down. So
mhm,
technically you could still make money from it. But what about all the initial work to get to that point, to upload, I don't know, 2,000 books or something?
mhm, absolutely. And, real estate. Real estate can be passive, right? Especially if you're renting. For instance, I rent my unit from my landlord. Dude, I haven't seen this guy in freaking 2 years. So he's
So,
making passive income off of
so
me,
what if
right?
your air conditioner breaks?
Well, I'm sure he'll send over some guy to fix it,
So
right?
technically, I mean, yes, he could. I mean, he
Dude, I
could.
haven't seen the guy in 2 years. So he's earning passive income from me, right?
Yeah.
Um, and again, like I said, author. I don't know the music industry too well. I don't know. It may or may not be passive income. I don't know. I mean, what, you make an album? I guess you sell it, right? I guess that could be passive, right?
I mean, I guess it keeps them selling, but hey, Best Buy is getting rid of CDs.
Are they really?
Yeah.
I'm surprised it hasn't been gone earlier. But the whole dream and idea of, and I'm not trying to crush anyone's dreams. Look, I have the same dream as some of you guys. Like, I want to travel full time, but at the same time, I'm more of a realist. Like, I know there has to be work done. You can't just freaking travel 24 hours a day thinking you're not going to do any work and earn thousands and thousands of dollars. It, trust me, it doesn't exist. Okay, you guys are chasing a lifestyle that does not exist. If you think that's what passive income is.
And so I brought up, I knew this topic was obviously our main topic for today, but I brought up this article, which I thought would be kind of funny,
Uh-huh.
because you see these all the time, right? And it's like 25 passive income ideas you can start today.
Yes.
Um,
Hallelujah.
how to make money fast. 107 ways to make $100.
Oh man, I love it. I love it. Tell me.
And so you're like, oh man, what's going on? So this article, 25 passive income ideas you can start today. You can be the judge if you really think these are passive income, right?
Okay.
Okay, so let me see. Let me start off with some of these and see what you think. But get cash back rewards on credit cards.
I guess technically it is passive, but you're not making. What are you earning? Like 1%? Less than 1%?
Technically 1 to 5% back on your money.
So what? You're making what? $10 a month?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. Oh, you're a big baller now, huh?
Well, let's see what this guy says. Let's say if you get the Chase whatever preferred card, after spending just 4,000 on the card in 90 days, you'll earn 50,000 points worth $500. On top of that, you can add your spouse an approved user and score an extra 5,000 points. That works out to a little bit less than 59,000 points for just $4,000 of spending you were going to do anyway.
Look, you know what? I don't think that's a job. Okay? A lot of credit card companies do that, so you sign up, right? Sign up now. We'll give you freaking 40,000 mileage points, and then after you spend your first $100, we'll give you another 40,000. That's not a job. That's something else.
The next one, put your photography to work on the web. And do you like photography? If you do, you may be able to convert it into passive income. Photography websites such as iStock Photo can provide you with platforms to sell your photos.
Again, I guess it could be passive, but tell me one person who's made a full-time living selling photography.
I'm pretty sure they're out there, but how many photos do they have? That's the real question. And more than likely it's thousands of photos.
Right. But I can almost guarantee no one's making a full-time living doing it.
No one. You're gonna say no one.
No one that I know.
Well, of course not. Not
No
knowing
one
that
that
you
I know.
maybe personally
If you're
don't
making,
know.
again, maybe I'm wrong. If you're someone who's making a full-time living selling stock photography, contact us. Let us know. We'd love
There's
to hear from
someone.
you.
There's someone out there for sure.
Hey,
Somewhere.
I just threw it out there. If you're making a full-time income, contact us. We would love to hear from you.
The next one, write an ebook, which you talked about the
Yeah.
whole Kindle thing.
Yeah, it's. I guess technically it can be done, but there's work involved.
Selling an online course on the internet.
hmm Again, I mean it's passive, I guess, but are you going to make
Well, you have
hundreds
to
of
keep
thousands of
promoting it and
dollars?
talking about it. I mean, you got to keep
Yeah.
marketing it. I mean, if you're not
Yeah,
passive,
look,
I mean, if you're not
the
actively
point is,
marketing
look,
this
the
thing,
point is, all these things that you're mentioning, excluding the credit card one, yeah, you're going to do a lot of work up front, but at the end, you still have to do work promoting and marketing and things like that, right?
yeah,
I mean, again, it's not manual labor, but you're still doing work.
yes, you're doing a lot of work, especially up front. Now, let's relate this to merch, though. So, how does this relate to merch? Like I said, it's the closest thing to passive income. Let me tell you why. Because comparing it to FBA and all these things, to where you're out on eBay, you're out there, you're finding items and you're listing it or whatever. This could all be done at home without ever leaving your house, sitting right next to your computer, design, list, done. Because you don't even have to even run ads and market your shirts. Those are only the 2 steps you have to do, really. After that, you're done.
But you're still doing work.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's the closest thing. It's not 100% passive income. It's the closest.
Are you done?
I can keep going.
Huh? Oh, keep going then. Keep going. I want to hear some more.
Like I said, though, it's not 100% passive income. I agree with you. 100% passive income does not exist. But the closest thing to it, out of all of these dumb things that we just read, I think merch should be on this list because it's the closest thing to it, and it's better than a lot of these that are on here.
Are you done?
Do you agree?
Are you done?
Go ahead.
Okay. I tell you what. This is something that this is something that I told a bunch of people in Los Angeles a couple of weeks ago at Merchella. Okay. I have a challenge for you and everyone else that believes merch by Amazon is 100% passive income. If you guys believe merch is passive income, I have a challenge for you. Okay? For the next full calendar year, don't do anything with your account. Don't log in, don't upload, don't do anything with your account because remember, it's passive income, guys. We're going to make lots of money, right? I challenge you guys. And you know what? Then we'll really see how passive your income is, okay? I'll tell you exactly what's going to happen, okay? Yeah, the first 3-4 months, you guys will probably make some good money, but then your numbers are going to start to drop, and here's why, okay? Just copycats. Amazon's delete your design after 90 days. And we all know Amazon makes changes constantly to their platform. So guys, passive income, right? Hey, let's make that money for the next full calendar year. If you absolutely believe it's passive income, I challenge you, don't do anything with your account, and then we'll check back in with you in the next year and see what happens to your numbers.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, show's over.
I agree because, like you said, it was 100% passive income, which obviously it's not.
Look, I drive myself crazy every day doing designs, whether it's for merch or whether it's for Etsy. It's just, look, I get it. It's not hard labor. I'm not out there pouring concrete or breaking my back doing construction. Yeah, I'm sitting in front of a computer, and for me, doing design is fun, but it's still labor. It's just I'm using my brain more than I'm using my body, right?
Mhm.
That's all it is. But for people to promote this as being passive income, it's not. And if you guys disagree, again, let us know. Hey, I disagree with you, and then we can have a decent conversation and talk about why you guys think it's passive, and I'll tell you why it isn't.
I will say this, that where we're at right now, 2018, with how many opportunities there are on e-commerce, if you're not doing any type of e-commerce, anything right now, and I think you were kind of stuck in that vision, like, hey, you must, have that full-time job, or you must do this, that even making money online doesn't even seem realistic. Because there's people out there, right, that they just doubt online, making money online, period, is not even real. I
Well,
mean, there's
look, I will say this, okay? I will say this. The resources that we have now, right,
is out of control.
it might be out of control, but there are some good resources out there. So to make money online, it's 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 gotten easier and easier, and there's tons of opportunities. Um, and I've said this how many times now? Like, I don't ever want to be like my parents, man. I don't want to have to work 80 hours a week because they didn't have the resources that we have now, right? Which is the internet,
Yeah.
right? Which is a powerful resource that we have. I mean, everything that we do resolves around the internet right now, right? Merch, eBay, FBA, whatever you guys are doing, it's all related to the internet, right? Because of the internet, we have access to these. My parents didn't. The only, that's why they had to go out and work so long, all these long hours. I agree. Look, the internet, we have access to the internet, has made a lot of things easier. We have access to make money in ways I could have never even imagined. But my thing about passive income is, like, if you guys really believe in it,
You're going to
show
be
me.
let down.
Just show me. Look, I'm just, again, if you guys absolutely show me something that's making passive income, if you guys actually believe that Merch by Amazon is passive income, show me. That's all I want to see. Just if you guys show it to me, make me a believer. Okay, then end of conversation.
Like, done and done. Here's an interesting thing you just talked about, how your parents having to work, do all this stuff. You also mentioned how you felt that kids these days are lazy and they don't want to do much, and how much you don't like them.
I
Just
never said
kidding.
I didn't like you, you son of a. Don't be putting
but
words in my
but
mouth, okay?
but
I'll kick you in your dick.
but kids these days, what's going on with them? Here's an interesting thing. So my friend, um, who's a teacher, and then I have another friend who's a teacher, and then I have they also had another study that I saw online, because they had telling me some of these things. And the study online, they did a poll with kids that were, I think they were in like 4th through 6th grade or something, and said, like, what did you want to do, when you grow up? What did you want to, position, job, whatever, career? And there was like all these different options on there. And policemen, firemen, we've
Mhm.
seen these for many, many years. And then those one, you, of course, you can fill in the blank, what do you want to do? And number one, out of all of these combined, there was one clear answer and what they chose. Any idea what you thought that would be? From kids these days, 4th grade through 6th grade.
What is it? They
Number
want
one
to do Merch by
choice.
Amazon?
No, it wasn't Merch by Amazon, even though it should have been. YouTuber.
Oh God. Yeah, you know what? That's a whole nother episode. Okay, that's a whole nother episode. It's if you want to go down that route, we could be now. I guess we have a few minutes.
real quick. What?
Look, I don't. Okay, we have a few minutes to spare. I don't do YouTube. You're obviously more of a rock star than I am. Look, from in a nutshell, you're not gonna make any money on YouTube unless you have millions and millions of subscribers, right? Is that true, Glenn?
I mean, you can make. I think it'd be harder to make a full-time living I mean, the more subscribers and views and everything, obviously, the better it gets. But you could do it full time if you had, I don't know, 20 to 30,000 subs, but you're making a lot of money on views and you're constantly doing this every single day, great videos, and you're obviously on the uptrend. But if you just started off and you have 1,000 subs, even 10,000 subs, I mean, there's no way. Even it would take a long time to really build it up.
I just think, look, I think in order to make money on YouTube, you need a huge following. And you probably need to have some kind of a product. Isn't there a guy right now doing merch by Amazon? He's on YouTube and he's killing it.
I don't know.
I think there's a guy. The point that I'm trying to make is, if you want to make money on YouTube, you need to have a lot of subscribers, but you should also have something else besides just relying on YouTube, like having products, and just brand yourself, and and look.
Are you surprised with their answer?
I'm very surprised.
YouTuber beating like policemen and
yeah. I would have never guessed that. YouTube. Wow. Yeah, no, that's really surprising. That really is. I mean, let me ask you, man, how much money, I mean, if you don't mind me asking, how much do you make doing YouTube?
YouTube gets mad when you say.
Okay. How many subscribers do you have?
Like 38,000.
Okay. Just nod yes or shake your head, okay? Are you making over $1,000 a month?
I can say it's ballpark near.
Okay.
Around.
Okay. And look, guys, he's been doing YouTube for what, 3-4 years now, maybe longer. I don't know. He's making roughly around 1K. Hey, and you know what? If you believe, even YouTube, if you think YouTube is passive income, and you know how, and that's one of the main reasons I don't do it, because we talked about this in private, right?
Yeah.
All the editing and stuff that you have to do, that's work.
Yeah.
That's work. But again, but you're doing the work up front. So I guess once the video is posted, then it becomes passive. But
and they just changed their rules too. I think they want you to. I think for the people that have less than 1,000 subscribers, can't make money yet or something. I mean, they're changing the rules just like Amazon and everybody else. There's different rules that come with all the platforms. So for the people that would go into YouTube purely wanting to make money, you're going to lose because you have to enjoy it. Like, I enjoy doing the edits. I like doing vlogs and stuff. You know, me and you, we went to San Jose, we filmed stuff, things like that, and we got to see the meetup. But if you don't really like it and you're doing it because you want money, your intentions are already starting off bad because you're not going to hit money for a very long time.
So here's the thing. Look, I'm not trying to crush anyone's dreams. If you guys want to be a YouTube celebrity, by all means, you should follow your goal and your dreams. But at the same time, I'm just going to tell you, look, be a realist, okay? You should never give up on your dreams, but at the same time, just know that the opportunity of you becoming successful is very slim. So you should have a backup plan. That's all I'm saying, okay? And if you guys really believe that passive income exists, let me know, man. Look, send me a note. We can talk about it.
Send you a letter through the mail?
Yeah, call me on the rotary phone.
Yeah, there we go. I like that.
But yeah, no, I just, like I said, I just want to talk about it because I keep hearing that being dropped in the groups all the time. Yeah. I'm earning passive income. Guys, it really isn't.
Yeah, and I think it also kind of maybe misleads the people that do want to join merch and they're excited for it. And I think maybe their whole mindset of looking at merch from the outside, seeing people saying that it is passive, once they get in and they see how much work that it takes to build it up and to have, to tier up and to keep going, that's probably where they were like, this isn't damn near passive. I thought it was I could just chill.
I've been lied to.
And that's where, I can definitely see that point.
Cool.
Anything you want to say before we leave?
No, I think the Winter Olympics starts what, tonight, tomorrow?
I have no
Tonight.
clue.
Yeah. Gonna check that out. But other than that, guys, thank you for everyone. I swear, man, I think it's like my dog died or something. Like I was getting constant messages. Oh, I hope you feel okay, and thank you. But thank you for everyone for the kind messages. Yeah, I've been really sick, dude. I have not even sent out my income report yet. I promise to get that out this weekend. But thank you to everyone for checking in on me. And if you guys want to contact me, just email me, yong@geekhustle.com, or just tag me on Facebook.
All right.
Glenn?
Hustler Hacks on YouTube, Hustler Hacks #1 at gmail.com. And coaching, we both had sessions last week. And if you're interested in coaching still, because now there's a lot more people coming in to merch, they got it accepted. You don't know where to start, you don't know where to go, then you can have some coaching from me and Young. That's merchminds.com. You can sign up there, answer the questionnaire, payment, you're done. And after that, we have office hours every single week where you can ask us questions that randomly come up. So every Friday, we're open to talk to everybody. And that's exactly what we're going to do right now.
Cool. All right, guys. We'll see you guys next week.
See you.